Guys, today I will be doing a review on the new Rimmel Magnif'eyes shadow. I bought this at my Walgreens for $7.99, and this is a new product, I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first palette from Rimmel. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. This is a new eyeshadow palette. I will do a close-up and swatches and a demo. Okay, so this does bring 3 matte shadows, and the rest are shimmery shades. So if you want to see my first impression on this palette, continue watching. So here is a close-up of the palette. Here is a matte shadow. Here is another matte shadow, and here is the last matte shadow. I will be doing swatches on my arms without a primer. I'm gonna stay from this angle just so I could do a little demo on my eyes, but so far from just looking at the swatches, I do feel like some of the mattes are not as pigmented and they are powdery, but as far as the shimmery goes, the shimmery eyeshadows are beautiful and they are really soft and creamy. And for $7, I think that is a great price. This palette does remind me a lot of the NYC Lovatics that I did a review on last year. Unfortunately, I don't have that palette because I passed it on to a family member, but I think this is a great one. I think this is really pigmented, and for the price, I think it's really good. The mattes could do some better, like they could be better, but for the price, I think it's fine. I think the last shadows, the last 5 eyeshadows, so starting from here, they were kind of patchy and like not really as pigmented as the front ones here. On to the demo. I will be taking a mixture of these 2 shades. These are the matte ones, and I'm going to put them all over my crease. And this palette does not bring a mirror, but I hope you guys can see. But I usually don't use the mirror on the eyeshadow palette. Okay, and that gives me a nice crease color. I don't know, those 2 shades that I just used, I feel like if you are a much darker skin tone than I am, I'm like a medium skin tone, I feel like it's not gonna show up a lot. Like this, it barely shows up. So I feel like this palette is also going to be for people who love like the natural day, like an everyday look, whether you're going to maybe to school or work and you want something really natural. I think this palette is going to be good for you. And this does have a lot of fallout. Okay, with a smaller brush, I'm going to go in this shade right here, and I am going to put this in the outer corners of my eye just so I could deepen it up a little bit. Taking that brown shadow that I just took to deepen out my outer, and I will also be putting it in the inner. This is the eyeshadow so far, and now I will be taking this bronzy color and putting that in in the middle of my lid. Okay, so here is the final look. I felt like it was really hard to get the eyeshadows to really show up on the on me. I feel like I had to go in multiple times and kind of layer the eyeshadows. This palette is great for anyone who is maybe a student or you know, for everyday work. But if you already have like the Naked One or like any other neutral palette, I feel like this palette is not really necessary unless you just want to collect. It's good for the price, but I just felt like I had to keep on layering and layering the eyeshadows. Would I repurchase this or would I recommend it? I don't feel like I would. It's a great palette from the drugstore, but I wish it was more pigmented, more like concentrated on the eyes, just because it was really hard to make it show up, including right now. Like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and it's pretty, but I feel like you could do with another palette. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the swatches. If you have any recommendations, please let me know, and thank you for watching this.